Hello, Brave Awakened Ones. Today is January 12th, 2022. What's up? I was guided to make this video to, as the divine put it, as DI, Divine Intelligence put it, to help as many of us who are quote unquote light workers, star seeds, those of us who are ready to step into our full divine mastership, our highest divine form for this lifetime. So I'm guided to make these videos to help you guys out. Okay. Again, I'm not in the role of a Sherpa. I'm just here sharing information. Okay. I'm just here to share information, which is why I'm not going to be doing a Patreon again. I don't have on my super chats because people tend to think if they donate or give you anything that now they got your ear and they could drag you into whatever drama they're going through. And no, that's not where I am right now. Even, like I said, even for my loved ones, even for my children, I was told by DI, Divine Intelligence, to call on the Holy Spirit. Straight up, I was told, I asked, what do I do for them? And I was told, what would Yeshua do? And I said, well, when it was time for him to go to his highest form, he called on the Holy Spirit to be with his peeps. It's like, you can do the same. So I'm telling you, you can do the same. And that's what I do every morning and every night. Say, call on the Holy Spirit to be with them, to be with your loved ones. And I also ask the Holy Spirit to please answer the call of anyone who calls on my name to help them through the threshing floor and through the tribulation, because my job is now to be that master builder, to create the highest that God has for me. That is my job. So if you're ready for this, then these videos are for you. Okay? And this is for 2022. All right? When we have to get into our highest form and start creating our highest. So this information actually came to me a couple of days ago. I started experiencing this. I think I might have mentioned it a little bit in the video I did a couple of days ago. But then it happened again, and it was very strong and powerful, and I was told to share it with you guys, and whoever it resonates with, it resonates with. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If nothing does, then move along. This ain't for you, all right? If you're not ready, it ain't for you, okay? So firstly, when it comes to our loved ones, let me tell you something. The ones that you think were ready to make the jump into their highest in 2022, ready to cross over right when that clock struck, end up not being the ones. And the ones that you didn't think much of end up really surprising you. Some people did a lot of backstepping, unfortunately, that I know. And some people that I didn't even, for instance, and I've mentioned this many times before, and I've spoken about her story, my normie BFF, who I thought was a normie. I never would have found this out if I didn't go stay with her for a month, okay? Never would have found out she is not a normie. Not even close. The complete opposite, Lemurian. Totally not a normie. She basically she has so many crystals, she's given me some. Let's put it that way. This thing is creating and manifesting, and within that 30 days that I spent with her, which is what I said I was doing in 2021, I was traveling all over the place, all the way up and down the East Coast, meeting with people and my loved ones, and made it back down to South Florida and didn't have a home, so I stayed with her. And I never would have found this out. I never would have been able to go so deep with her if I wasn't actually sleeping on her couch, literally. And as much as I can't stand relying on other people, it was amazing to sleep on her couch and to see the inner workings and see what was going on and see exactly what I needed to do to help her and work with her one-on-one and learn myself that, holy crap, this chick's a Lemurian. And exactly who and what she is and how she ended up in the position she's in and why these things are happening to her. She's been dealing all her life since the age of like 7 with, I don't want to go, too into her story, but, with crazy family members and that whole voodoo garbage, and trying to take her life, literally. And, I always said to her, they know who you are better than you know who you are. But I guess I didn't know 100% who she was. Now I do. Mind blowing. So some people will pleasantly surprise you. And don't count anyone out, but also don't give away all of your energy, no matter who that person is. Okay? At this point in time, it is time to hand it over to the Holy Spirit, because the way it was shown to me that if you couldn't reach them by now, you could stay, but then you're not going into your highest divine form. And this is the time that we need to go into our highest divine forms. Okay? And I hope to God my voice is being recorded properly, because I forgot to do a test run. Sorry about it. Any which ways, looks like it is. So what this video is about this Mercury in retrograde. Mercury in retrograde is from the 14th of January to the 3rd of February. But the energies of this Mercury retrograde hit me on the 10th. Okay? And literally I just found out why it hit me on the 10th. Why it started. I was like, isn't it too soon for the Mercury in retrograde energy? But also I have to tell you, my connection with the planets, with those celestial beings, all the celestial beings, the planets, the sun, the stars, the all of it is like even more powerful than was before. I was like, I'm so surprised. It's gotten even more intense. And Mercury is the one giving me all this information. And Mercury is about communication. Mercury is about our micro. Okay? And Uranus is the macro, on the same, not level, but it's a bigger octave. Okay, so Mercury is the inner planet, and it's inner, literally our inner world. And Uranus is the outer planet of communication and change and yada, 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 all that stuff. Okay, and Uranus has a lot of other functions, huge functions that it's playing in this awakening and ascension period. We all know this, right? And Uranus has been in retrograde in Aquarius. Now, I'm going to talk about this, but I also want to hit this and go through the dates. Now, excuse my camera. Ever since it updated when I put it into this new computer system, and it's been acting wacky, to say the very least. Yeah, here we go. All this craziness right here. All right. Sorry about it. Trying to figure it out. Okay, so this is the way I'm going to do it, okay? So here we go. Mercury entered Aquarius on the 2nd. We had that new moon in Capricorn. Now we're going to pick it up over here. Well, this I'm going to tell you because I don't see it over here. Okay, so Uranus and Mercury started to do a square configuration in Aquarius starting on the 10th of January. So from the 10th of January to the 18th of January, Uranus and Mercury are in square. Now, in square in astrology speak is a very tense position. Now they're talking, and Mercury's coming in direct, but then goes retrograde on the 14th. Okay, in Aquarius. But Uranus and Mercury, the inner and the outer worlds, are talking right now. Okay? And what they're communicating is change. Change. How are you changing? Okay? How are you going to change? How is your inner world going to change to match the outer world, your outer world, and manifest your outer world? And being in Aquarius, it's about the new age. How are you going to create your divine new reality? And on the 10th, when these energies hit me so hard at 1 o'clock in the morning, this is the conversation that I heard going on between Uranus and Mercury, and I didn't even know the whole configuration that was going on astrologically until I just looked it up, actually. But I saw it again. I have that connection. So that conversation is happening, and it's discussing, which is why. Let me preference all of this. These Mercury retrogrades, throw out what you knew about Mercury retrogrades, okay? This is a different ball game. This is a new era. It's not just about, oh, my electronics are going to go bonkers, my car, yada, yada, yada. No, ma'am. No, sir. That is not what it's about, okay? This is all about this Mercury retrograde. The way it was, Mercury said to me was, it's about leaving anything and everything prior to 2022 back there. Literally, that's what it's about. It's about back there, leaving it back there, having that conversation with Uranus, because what it's talking about, Uranus, again, is creating that new reality, creating your new reality. What is your new world going to look like? And then Uranus goes direct on the 18th of Taurus. What is the constellation of Taurus? Taurus is Earth. Taurus is physical manifestation. So then Uranus goes direct, takes that information about what's going on internally with you from Mercury talking to it, and goes into Taurus to plant those seeds and have them grow. And Uranus works fast. Okay? So that Uranus direct, it's bringing the inner into the outer world, the micro into the macro. And are we going to see a lot going on? We're already seeing a lot of stuff going on, man. January shot off, the first week of January. This week started off with a bang. All this stuff being exposed in the macro, child. I have goosebumps. There's so much being exposed. Man, you got to be like, la, 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 not to hear and see what's going on. Seriously, you got to be brain dead. I can't even at this point if people are still not getting it. But this is an extremely important turning point. It is like putting Miracle Grow, baby, on it all. So this stuff is in the micro and the macro, so everything could match up, all right? And, you better be on the higher because things are going to be rapidly developing. So that's a huge deal. Now, while Mercury is in Aquarius, because it'll be in Aquarius till the 26th. Who else is in Aquarius? Saturn is in Aquarius. So Mercury goes conjunct right on top of Saturn. And it's coming face to face with your past. I was told. Mercury coming into conjunct in Aquarius with Saturn is having a talk about your past, coming face to face with your past and what you're leaving in your past. And that lasts up until the 26th, that conversation. What no longer serves you, the old patterns I'm hearing right now, the old patterns. What patterns need to evolve? Having that conversation. And then from the 26th of January to the 3rd of February, Mercury goes into Capricorn. This is so exciting. I got tingles, okay? So then Mercury goes into Capricorn, enters Capricorn on the 25th, I should say. I put down the 26th. It goes into Capricorn on the 25th. So what is it saying in Capricorn? Who's it meeting in Capricorn? It's meeting Venus in Capricorn. That's who Mercury's meeting in Capricorn. Okay? So then what's going to happen? They're having a conversation. What did you leave behind? What do you want to go forward? What is Venus all about? It's all about that creation energy. Think of the Empress energy. What do you want to create? What beauty in your life do you want to create? Financial, health-wise, all of that, relationships. Having that conversation with Venus. And then what happens after that conversation? The 29th, Venus goes direct in Capricorn at the magic number of 11. Venus goes direct on Capricorn. So what is Capricorn? Capricorn's another earth sign. Capricorn climbs that mountain. Get her done. It's get her done time. Okay? So Venus goes direct on the 29th in Capricorn. Okay? So then Mercury goes direct on the 3rd. All right? And just it's done having its conversations. Everything moves forward. Okay? So take this, let me switch things up. Oh, here we go. Okay. Bam. I hope it's right. So take this Mercury retrograde very seriously. Okay, these energies are very serious. If you're serious, they'll be serious with you. And it's all about that creation, that manifestation energy. You're creating to manifest into the outer. Okay? And please go back to my previous video that I did a few days ago with the Shri Yantra, and I'll give you direction on how to manifest, to create and manifest into the new, your highest divine manifestation, getting into your, first, of course, you have to, well, you do it simultaneously as you're going, as you go higher, as you go higher, you create higher, right? So it's becoming and arising as your highest divine form. Okay? So happy creating, happy manifesting, and happy Mercury retrograde. So that's the way we have to look at it now. Okay, guys? Go to the higher. Well, sugar out there. Peace and love. Bye. And we got this. Yeah, by the way, yeah. I got another one. Because the original one that I had got ruined. And yeah, look, I'll share my little lamp over there with you. Yes. Woo. That is a pink flamingo lamp, and it's covered with pink feathers, and it wouldn't be South Florida without it. Bye.